Today's focus is on Milk SA's Consumer Education Project. Manager Christine Layton joins us in studio. Christine, welcome. This project's been going for over 17 years. So why is it so important to have a dedicated communication program or campaign on dairy?
The most easy answer is that dairy is just such a convenient product. It's nutritious, it's tasty, it's convenient. You don't even have to cook it. You can just add it to any meal and it adds value to any meal and taste. So that is the sort of more easy way to answer the question. But behind our project is a much deeper reason. And that is because the population of South Africa needs the nutrition. The food-based dietary guidelines, there are 11, and one of them says have milk, mass or yogurt. So the experts are already saying have milk, mass or yogurt or dairy products every day. And we are just following and supporting that. And also in the food consumption survey of there's been a few, but have shown that there are gap nutrients or shortfall nutrients in the population of South Africa, and dairy actually meets at least 3 of them, which is calcium, vitamin A, mostly in full cream products, and potassium. So although it is tasty and it's easy to eat, you're also getting a lot of nutrients, and just by adding that little bit, you change your profile of your nutritional profile of your meal immediately.
Now, if we stick to the subject health and wellness, there's so many conflicting dieting information out there. How do you build trust with the public?
Well, obviously, building trust is very important. So for us, our approach is a two-pronged approach. We speak to health professionals, and under health professionals, we work with dietitians, doctors, nutritionists, nurses, and we also even go to universities where we speak to the fourth-year dietetic students to ensure that when they go into their career, they then automatically have the information. Then on the consumer, we're going to talk about the consumer just now. But when we speak to the health professional, the importance of that is that consumers go to them because they are the trusted voice. So they're a trusted voice to give them good information. So if we don't make sure that we've informed the health professional, especially the dietitians and the nutritionists, even doctors, of the health and nutritional benefits on various life phases, then they are not able to give that good advice. So for us we have many events to make sure that we inform them. Besides our website, which is Rediscover Dairy, we have a few CPD events, which we call Continuing Professional Development events, where we get experts in, global experts, that talk about the latest research in health and nutrition, as well as where dairy fits into a healthy diet. And we have webinars, so we make sure they are very important because they are the carriers of the information to the next level of consumers.
Yes, talking about the consumer, how do you reach people, especially those in the more rural or semi-urban communities?
So we have a campaign that runs specifically in the rural areas, or rural or sort of more semi-urban areas. There we go out and we do, we can call it a training event, more an information event, where we talk to them about the value of dairy in the diet. We've also developed very good educational material that we equip them with. So it's like booklets, it's a whole leaflets in 8 different languages, which then they take to their community, and they are equipped to talk to their community in their own language, and then to explain to them that even if you just add a little bit of mass to a bowl of porridge, a slice of bread, you will change your nutritional profile. So for us, it's very important to speak to the community there as well, but we have to work through the health promoters in that area that are also employed by the Department of Health, and we then speak to them and they take the message further to the population.
So much change every day. I mean, there's research, ongoing research. How do you stay relevant?
Well, we stay relevant firstly because we're with the International Dairy Federation. We are linked up there. We've got a strong community there, and we look at research, new research, and that we've also got a technical advisory committee, which is part of our campaign. These are professors in dietetics at the different universities, and it's very important for us to have this professional body as part of our campaign, which ensures that the information we get in and carry out is also very relevant and on par with what goes on globally.
Another important group, I'm sure, is a parent and their children. So how do you reach them effectively?
Okay, so the landscape has changed so much. So we have, consumers in the past, we used to put a TV ad on and we would place an ad in the magazine and off we go, our job's done. It's not like that anymore. The consumers vary on which platform they like to use, which media they like to use. If you're a young mommy, you wouldn't like to go on Facebook, but you'll be on TikTok or you'll be on Instagram. If you're an older mommy like me, I would go on Facebook and that's where I look for my information. Or you're on YouTube, but some people still like the hard copy of the magazine. So we ensure that our messages are consistent over all the platforms. And therefore, we've got to also make sure that our messages are not just relevant, but they're also culturally and emotionally resonant. So we speak to the whole population on the different platforms where we hope they are listening to us.
Well, let's talk about that other species, and we call them a teen. And of course, young adults. How do you reach them?
Well, they are mostly on TikTok, and we've started a TikTok campaign. So we looked at surveys and research, and we found that these young teens don't eat 3 meals like we taught them to eat. They like to eat 5 meals, and then they suddenly get hungry. No, I can't even call them meals. They're more like snacks. Yeah. So they like to go out and then they'll just buy something. So we work on TikTok, and we're trying to show them how they can use dairy in a quick snack meal. So we're doing little videos on how to incorporate dairy in a simple recipe. That's on TikTok. We also use influencers because also they all love influencers. So influencer is a person that's got its own following, and that is called of their word of mouth. So if the TikTok influencer says the correct message, they would also follow it. So that is our way, and we do that under the Dairy Gives You Go brand. A strong brand is a slogan for the younger group, although it carried through on television as well, but it's definitely on TikTok is the Dairy Gives You Go brand.
Yeah, that's now the first time I've heard you say television. Is that still a medium you use?
Yes, it's still a very, very powerful medium because we can reach a wide population with really just awareness, but also over most income groups. And that's important for us. We just make the awareness of dairy, and then we support that. Also, obviously, we know not everybody's watching TV anymore. So people are on other platforms. So we have a campaign on YouTube that supports the TV ads. So you can watch it at any time when you want to watch our TV ads, which are hopefully is all the time.
Well, I'm impressed with all your knowledge about everything that's going on. Before we close, any final thoughts, Christine?
I'd like to say there's a product for everybody. And if we just start with milk, which is your base product, nowadays you can have it in, you don't have to have a glass of cold milk. Obviously, that is fabulous on a hot day. But you can have a latte, you can have chai lattes, hot chocolate on these cold winter days, perfect. Yogurt is a gut health product, and then we've got our Mazi, which is a fermented product that is also good for lactose intolerant people. And then cheese it's every occasion is cheese. You can have it as part of your sandwich or in your salad, but also brings people together because it really is occasional with a bit of wine and a meal. So we feel that there is a dairy product for everybody.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
As you've heard, it fits in anywhere, in a meal or a snack. Just enjoy it. That is all about Milk SA's Consumer Education Project, and Christine Layton joined us in studio today.